This is the 153rd game. North Carolina's won 94 of the 152. Black. Ordinarily, the state fans will pick out one player and cheer. There goes Jordan. Michael Jordan, the freshman. 2-0 in favor of the Wolfpack. Rebound is put up by Perkins on the hook, and up by Worthy. Oh no, that's Jordan. Michael Jordan scores the second basket of the game. Bailey's got the edge for the lob, and they won't allow it over Perkins. Sidney Lowe tries. Baseline blocked by Perkins.
Normally he just intimidates people that come in that area.
North Carolina's won the last 3 games between these two. 7 of the last 8. There goes Lowe. Wittenberg. Derek Wittenberg buys the raise of deep in the corner and stays over the ice at 4-2. Done all the scoring outside. Jimmy Black. There goes Jordan. And Michael Jordan, 6'5", hit him under Giants.
Jim, there are a lot of good freshmen in the United States, but nobody any better than Michael Jordan.
6'2". That includes Pat Ewing.
That's including Pat Ewing. For his position, he is playing as well as any freshman in the United States. It's going to get better.
4-2 in favor of the Tar. Here comes Nevitt now. Up over Worthy. Rebound by Jordan. Foul by Jordan. That'll be the first personal of the ball game against either team. North Carolina leads 6-2.
Michael Jordan will have to learn to respect. There's Nevitt with that shot that Worthy's going to let him have early in the game. Michael Jordan's going to have to respect Wittenberg and the fact he can go up on the boards with any guard around. You have to block him out.
2 great leapers. Wittenberg, who stands only 6'1". Another steal, and here comes Jordan coming in on Wittenberg, changing hands. 3-down pull off by Reynolds.
That was a tough shot, just to glide in there. I thought he was going to go for the stuff and challenge Wittenberg up above the basket.
6'2", Wittenberg. Points a game, 4.5 rebounds.
Shot, Jim. Get him the ball down and low because he can shoot over the top of James Worthy, and Worthy's not going to.
Jimmy Black. Well, that's 2 great points. Wittenberg to tie.
That was a great defensive play by Jimmy Black to handle Sidney Lowe in the open court area, but Wittenberg is showing range in that.
Over by Worthy. Here goes Worthy driving with Bailey, and he's going to hold it up. Underwood of Perkins. Great team by.
Oh, what a shot.
What a shot by Perkins is correct. His first basket out of great feed by Black. 9-6, 3.8. Bailey on fake. It's out by Puck. Nevitt. The string being Chuck Nevitt celebrating his 23rd birthday today. He's an 84% shooter at the free throw line. Back in. They're respecting Nevitt and Bailey. Here's the guy who made break the zone.
Wittenberg and Parsons, they both can shoot it. I think State's a very difficult team to go ahead and zone because Sidney Lowe is an excellent man at getting the ball to the right people, and with Parsons and Wittenberg.
Zone set up by State. Jimmy Black from outside the zone.
Lee Smith would like him to shoot more. He's an excellent shooter, and he doesn't look for the shot, going for the pass. Mike Case, he said, who does he think can handle Sampson one-on-one?
Legitimate number 1 in the eyes of the opposing coach tonight. We're midway now in the first half, a little over, 9 minutes, 46 seconds to go. Dean Smith only 3 victories away from 450. That's a remarkable record in 21 years.
Jim Valvano has an excellent group of freshman players this year. They're all not getting a lot of playing time, but they can go.
Here's Michael Jordan back in there to score. 8 points in the first half of Michael Jordan. 15-12. North Carolina up again by 3.
When you look at junior Worthy, sophomore Perkins, and freshman Jordan, they may be the 3 best players in their respective classes in the nation.
15-12. Between them, these 2 teams have won 23 and lost only 1. Wittenberg in traffic. 6 points for Wittenberg. The Tar Heels 15, the Wolfpack 14. 1 point here by North Carolina, and it'll be Michael Jordan. Doesn't hesitate. 10 points for the freshman. Back here in eastern North Carolina. His home is Wilmington. Running for the shoot. 1 point, about the 4th or 5th time the margin has been down to 1. Perkins in traffic with a short hook. Sam Perkins' 4th point.
That's picks the spot to go ahead and get with Nevitt is with Perkins and Worthy. That's a pretty good warning to the official. Nice.
Jordan lost his man, tried to recover, and picks up his second personal foul.
Jim, another important thing here. Watch him slap the backboard. Now watch this one. He slapped the backboard. When you slap the backboard this year to gain an advantage, whether you be an offensive or a defensive, there's a technical foul.
Berg, who's the Atlantic Coast Conference leading free thrower, 86.8%. Number 2 in the league, by the way, is his teammate Thurl Bailey. And he's ahead of Bailey now for the team scoring lead.
Surprising to me, Wittenberg has taken fewer shots this year.
69-54. That was up at Capitol Center. Tar Heels with a 2-point lead, 19-17 here with 3 play. Hoping, of course, you get away with something.
The ball down.
Wittenberg inside. Boy, that's making something with not much there.
He's some athlete.
19-19, tied for the 3rd time in the first half. Now, a minute 55 seconds to go in the half. State has not led. Jimmy Black way out and in. Jimmy Black with a clutch from backcourt.
Retrieve rebounds as well as anybody from the guard spot.
Now one. Up 2 shots.
He was in the act of shooting. Well, the belly gives some trouble to that guy trying to get the ball in bounds. We had that situation last night in the Virginia game, which was one of the fun games, Tim, that we've been involved with in quite some time.
North Carolina has equaled its biggest lead of the ball game. 4 points, so we've got a good one going here, and it's only half over. At the end of the first half of the score, North Carolina 23. North Carolina.
Remember, they started the game man-to-man. They start the second half man-to-man. I bet you they don't stay in it any longer than they did in the first half.
There goes Gordy, firing up to the inside, tipped up and in by Perkins.
Man-to-man right away, and that's going to be the key for State. They've
second half. Tar Heels man for man. Devitt up over Perkins in the baseline. He got out to Jimmy Black. The break is on. Black in the center.
They score.
To Perkins.
They score. It needs to be it. Got to stop this right away and get a time.
And the ball in the hoop anyway, so quickly he goes to 8 points. 10 points for Jordan, who's the top scorer of the game. Worthy and Bailey without a field goal. Door cut.
This extremely critical play right here for State. They have got to get one.
Worthy with a rebound. Opposite side, back and dumps. Here goes Michael Jordan. North Carolina hoping to come on a stormy first minute of the second half to go ahead by 10. 29-19.
There's the timeout.
Look at that field goal percentage. 75% hitting 3 out of 4. And State has yet to connect. Got to hurry on the 5 seconds.
He knows that he made a foolish mistake. He knew where Nevitt was. And he should have been back in there. And Sam went and put his finger up to his head, say, think a little bit. And he tried to regather himself, and of course that gave Perkins just enough time to get over there.
Still a young man. It's his birthday today, though. 23 years old on this day, January 13th. That's the first point for NC State of the second half. It's 29-20 North Carolina. They were up by 10. Now it's 9 with 18:20 to go in the game.
Perkins knew he was out of position immediately. See, he realizes he's out of position, but he can't get over there. Worthy tries to help out. Good job by Bailey putting it up.
Ball almost went, but it put Bailey on the line.
Got caught no man's land. Good passing by State.
Trying to break the ice. That'll do it. First point for Thurl Bailey. And what has been a frustrating 1 half plus of this game. 29-21.
Doing a pretty good job so far.
Here it comes to Wittenberg off the break. That's the first field goal of the second half for NC State. Their 4th point, 29-23. State fighting back a little bit. They scored the last. Almost sent the lob. There goes Jordan from the outside. Michael Jordan having a great night here in his first visit to Reynolds Coliseum.
Look at the size of his hands. He splits them out. He has huge hands.
Flipped it from his thigh.
Yeah.
8-point lead for North Carolina.
There's Al McQueen playing real tough.
There's a lob to Worthy for a stop. Worthy gets his first field goal. Very gentle soul, really, from Gastonia, North Carolina. The beard, by the way, comes from a skin disorder. And he did play with him, although he didn't start.
Worthy with
3:24.
Here we see him. He's moving his feet well. He goes straight up in the air, but Wittenberg was smart when he went in between the two guys. He moved the ball around and got his arm hit.
That's a great area for producing outstanding basketball. The map is just one example. Morgan Ridge had his share, but there's a lot of other great ones up there. Matter of fact, Phil Bailey's from that area from Seat Pleasant and went back in the summer and played the summer league with Ralph Sampson and Pat Ewing and a lot of others. That's helped him improve.
A lot of great high school coaching in the Washington, D.C. area.
Score. State again can cut it to 5, and Wittenberg is driving. Left alive by Roselle McQueen.
He didn't take a bad shot here. He did. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if Carroll.
By Wittenberg. 16 points for Wittenberg, and he becomes the game's top scorer. 33-30. About 10 minutes and 25 seconds remaining. Back door goes Wittenberg, tipped in by Thompson. Now Thompson from the weak side. Taps in to make it 33-32.
That was the only thing Sidney Lowe could do, because if he had caught it and put down one dribble, the shot would have been blocked, so he just took it in the air and threw it up towards the basket. A great play.
30th, and you can bet that'll be a big one too. Worthy a sea of waving arms. Very nonchalantly. Cans his 5th point. 34-32. Look at the arms. Doesn't distract Perkins has a double team. Goes around on the play. The basket's good.
So tough inside with that left hand. Jim Valvano is really hot. He is really hot. He better be careful. He can't use a technical here. Here we see. Now that was not quite as big a hook as what James Worthy did, but when you put your hand around there to gain offensive position, normally the official will give it to the defensive player.
It's still a smooth move by Perkins. He gets his 10th point.
Spread by North Carolina with Jordan coming back in the ball game. Make State go after him a little bit. It's like they're all looking for it.
Not the old fourth quarter. They're just sitting very high driving. There goes Doherty. Doherty got on Parzic and beat him. And North Carolina gets a very big one. The first basket by Doherty. Playing with a calm, cool precision here on the road against North Carolina State. They for the moment have shut off the noise and Reynolds got
the right chance.
There went Jordan trying for the back door. Wittenberg held off.
And defensively, it's so tough. There's the back.
Black foul on the play by Sidney Lowe, and North Carolina's a team now taking control here on the road. 6 points for Black. Second 3-point play for the Tar Heels here in the last few minutes, and now they've just gone to their biggest lead of the game, scoring 7 straight points, is now up by 11. So with the score, North Carolina 43, State 32. Let's put. Look at the field goal percentage.
Well, in this second half, of course, State's really had their problems, and for the game, they're shooting 36%, North Carolina 47%. Jim, before the game, I heard the officials saying they feel like prize fighters. They said this crowd really had them up for the ball game.
Well, you know, Dave still has to set up a Jordan right here.
Yeah, well, here's Nevitt going out. He's got to make a play. Good dump inside. Look at Jordan. He's not intimidated at all by a 7'5 player. He figures he can cram it right down inside.
Michael Jordan, they said down in Wilmington when he was in high school, they said Michael Jordan will slam dunk it over Ralph Sampson. I don't know whether he can do that or not. But he's an incredible 6'5 player. 2 shots.
Jim, we had a play this year. I don't know if it was Michael Jordan, but when you go in to dunk a ball, and if a man has his hands on the ball when you're ready to dunk it, and you take his hand out into that basket, he can knock it out of it. So it's the one time you can have your hand in the cylinder in that zone out of bounds.
What a great move by Jimmy Black. They have an Indian time in Kentucky. Joe Hall's had a tough time in Knoxville.
Well, so does everybody else. Alabama, they beat Alabama too, and beating Kentucky and Alabama is no easy matter.
Down to both North Carolina. Looking very strong here against the nation.
Ooh, dangerous pass.
Jimmy Black, and he's got Jordan over there for the layup. Jordan having an outstanding night with 18 points.
These teams that want to run, you can't take it away from them. They're having quite a season.
That was a very impressive win over Kentucky in the early part. Jimmy Black for the 1-1.
I'm going to be seeing that Tulsa team against Wichita State this weekend, and of course they did such a job beating Tulsa and Carmichael.
And of course they came from behind to beat Virginia. It looked like free throwed well. North Carolina is 10 for 10 the free throw line in the second half. And State is 6 out of 9. 7 out of 10. I think the pass at Duke, I'll never forget, was the one they passed in bounds, and Bobby Jones just grabbed it, put it in to win the game, and never broke stride. Straight to the dressing room. Derek Wittenberg looking for the quick shot here with time running out. Out goes Al McQueen, is inside, tapped in by Lowe. It was a scoring margin.
I think scoring margin, and then to know whether you're playing good defense is what your opponents are scoring from a standpoint of shooting percentage when they have the ball. I think the scoring margin of the game and then how well you're playing with your defense as far as holding the other team's shooting percentages down.
And of course, who you're playing.
That's right.
Perkins with 12 and 13. North Carolina
Player of the game, even though he had the potential of fouling out and not scoring a point. He really played a sensational game helping Virginia come back defensively.
Don't go away. We're going to have a visit with some of these Tar Heels, who are reigning now as the nation's #1 college basketball team. Those Linwood Robinson, another freshman. Baseline it goes to Carlos Peterson, who can't. Peterson gets the scoring. 20-point lead. That's going to be it. 61-41. North Carolina just crushed NC State, the nation's 12th ranked team here on the Wolfpack's home court. Victory number 448 for Dean Smith, and one that was solidly carved out here by his #1 ranked team and never trailed in this game, and went on to win the contest 61-41 over NC State, and that'll chalk up the 12th straight victory of the game. By the way, our most valuable players of this ball game for University of North Carolina was freshman Michael Jordan from Wilmington, North Carolina, and for NC State, Derek Wittenberg, the junior guard from Washington, D.C. Well, that's the end of the game. We'll be back with a final wrap-up after these messages.
Thanks a lot, Jim, and I've got a guy that wants to say hello to Al McGuire. He says Al McGuire took him on a little hard against Ralph the other day.
Yeah, how you doing, Al? I just wanted to comment on your commentating. You got to get a little better, because I think I want to take your job in a couple of years.
I wanted to give you that opportunity, Sam, for equal time. Jimmy, about your ball club this year, you fellas have just been amazing. You've taken on all comers. The competition has been outstanding you've played against, but it seems like you have total control of the game, regardless of what the score situation might be.
We feel very confident going into games. We don't go into games feeling like we're going to lose. We just go out and execute our offense and defense, and we come out with the victory.
The question I have, and I'll ask it to both of you guys, you used to have the four corners at North Carolina. Now you have what seemed to be a number of variations of a delay-type game. What was the first one you went into tonight?
Well, that's our 4C offense. It's a variation, like you said, of four corners. We are basically looking for the backdoor shots, and that's the same thing we did out of four corners, so it's just a slight variation.
And then you can go to the regular four corners, too, later on?
Oh, yeah, that's still our bread and butter. We love that.
And Sam, defensively tonight, you went up against Bailey. You've guarded a lot of different type players this year. I thought you did a great job on him, and he plays primarily the forward position.
He's a good rebounder and all. He's just a true athlete, and I had to go against him tonight, and I was playing tough. He got the ball inside a couple of times, but I really didn't want him to touch it tonight.
Some of the other fellas on your ball club, most people are aware of, but they're quickly getting aware of a young freshman that's not a bad guy in a backcourt.
Oh, yeah, he's a great player. He makes me better. You know, playing with him, I'm a better player. So he's going to be a great one before he leaves here.
It was interesting at how he's blended in so quickly to your ball club. Of course, we're talking about Michael Jordan, who's right in here behind us. Michael, come on in. The old-timers are saying some nice things about you. You want to listen to that. How did you, coming on as a freshman, blend in so quickly to what these old-timers are doing with you?
Well, you know, they made me feel comfortable out there. They helped me out a lot, and they helped me through the practice and everything, picking up the offense and everything. It's a good bunch.
They are a good bunch of fellas, and of course you've done very well. Is there anything else that's on the horizon for you? #1 in the nation. Valdano says that's a bad ranking. You guys ought to be higher than #1 because of what you've taken on. What are you looking forward to now, Jim?
We're looking forward to getting better each time we go out on the floor, and if we can do that, I would like to get a ring that says NCAA National Champion.
Well, a lot of people have been waiting for that at North Carolina for some time. Sam, is that in your plan?
Yeah, I guess it's in my plan too. I'm part of the ball club, and that's what we're all striving for. That's what every team in the country is striving for. And our goal is to make it to NCAAs again and hopefully win the championship again.
Michael, is there any pressure at all? Every Tuesday when the rankings come out or when you see them on national television, the rankings, for a guy like yourself playing in your very first year of college basketball, do you think about that at all, being #1 in the nation?
Well, I don't have any pressure because, #1 ranking is based on last year's team. And that's like a goal that we got to work up to this year, and we're on our way right now. I hope we work up to the goal by the end of the year.
Of the clubs you've played, Jimmy, who are the teams that were the most difficult to stay with outside the league? Because you've taken on Kentucky now of national report, you've taken on Kansas, and you've taken on Tulsa. Which ones did really impress you the most?
I think all the teams are very good. I think Southern Cal is the best team that we faced outside of the conference because they went to the boards real well. They played good man-to-man defense, and we're just looking forward to every game we play.
Okay, well, fellas, we're going to let you guys get down to the dressing room. I will get on Al's case, Sam. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of you. I'll protect you at all times. Okay, Jimmy, we'll go back to you. They had quite a ball game.